Hello, and welcome to Voices of the 21st Century Author Spotlight, a show dedicated to sharing the messages of women from around the world who show up and share their truth. My name is Gail Watson. I'm founder and CEO of Women Speakers Association, and today we're having the conversation about the power of a mother and the foundation that she provides. I have the great honor of introducing to you today three-time international best-selling author Melissa.Rowe. She is co-author of Voices of the 21st Century, Women Transforming the World, and that she is doing. This book has reached bestseller in 4 countries, went #1 in 10 different categories. So please join me in welcoming Melissa.
Thank you, Gail. That is totally awesome. Totally awesome. 4 countries and 10 categories. Oh, wow.
That's big. That's really, really, really big. And there was a lot of competition.
Including including Prince Harry.
Oh, yes. Yes, we were up. But I think the bigger one in Canada was Pamela Anderson was holding #1, Michelle Obama was holding #2, and
In
your
Canada?
book was holding #3.
Okay.
And that was in the category of women. So that was a big deal. So congratulations.
Well, thank you. And then congratulations to you too. I mean, the
Yeah, teamwork.
the Mrs. Mind behind the whole thing.
It's teamwork. Anyway, let's dive into your story, Melissa. I just really enjoyed reading your story and how much you honor your mother. And what I think is beautiful is you share the gifts that she shared with you. You share them with your kids, but now we get to be the recipients of all those gifts as well as readers to those gifts. So please share with us what inspired you to share your story.
Okay. My first inspiration is first of all, the title of my book, my story, is My Mother, My Hero. And it was actually quite later in my life that I recognized my mother as my hero, because I recognized that we had so much in common. And God bless her soul, she's passed on, but she left this huge legacy to me and my siblings. And so now I can pass this on to the siblings and also to my grandchildren, as well. So for me, it's part of my connection, my membership of being with a member of the Women Speakers Association, and the connections and incredible unconditional love and support that I have gained from being a member of this organization. It also has provided me with the opportunity for visibility, to enhance my credibility, and to also to improve, enhance my own work with my own independent book that I've been writing for some time. And so this is a great opportunity to continue to take this book to the next level.
I love that. And I mean, what's really beautiful about your story, I mean, and in your story, the readers will have to get a copy of your book to read those details, but you share some really cool experiences in there and just how simple experiences transformed your life. And when the title Women Transforming the World, it sounds like your mother transformed your world. So as you imagine someone reading your story, what are the takeaways that you want that reader to have?
First and foremost, the recognition of our mothers and the contribution that they have made to our lives that has made us, or made me, the woman that I am. And so this is one way for me to appreciate that. And I think that one of the things I would like readers to take away is to remember that it's never too late to recognize, honor, and pay gratitude, give gratitude to our mothers. Because often we don't take the time, or we assume that the ways that we're doing it in our lives by working with others is honoring, and it's enough. In my case, I took care of younger siblings and supported my mother financially. So then I might see that, and for a while I did see that as a contribution, and so that seems like to me like it's honoring. But at this stage in my life, as I'm getting older, I'm recognizing that there are other ways that I can recognize my, and give honor to my mother. So for me, it's about recognizing that you need, or you should give credit and honor to our mothers. For me and many of us who grew up in the Caribbean, we had mothers, many mothers, the aunt, the no family relations, the aunties in the community, the neighbors, everyone, all those women who nurtured us were part of our family, extended family, and they were considered mothers. And so this chapter for me is not just about honoring the mother who gave birth to me, but it's also to those other women who nurtured and contributed to my upbringing. And so I would like to have readers take away that and see that as an opportunity for them to also contribute and recognize and honor their mothers.
That's so beautiful. And it's something that sometimes I feel we lose in today's fast-paced society, is being able to sit and, as you say, honor where we came from. And there's always a beautiful quote that I love, that it says, great women raise great women who raise great women. And in your case, great sons. So,
yes, absolutely.
Absolutely. So as what people don't realize, I mean, we've had the opportunity to have several conversations, you and I, about what you do in business. And from your story, I've learned a lot more about you. We just don't sometimes get that peek behind the curtain to really find out who the person is behind the business, And I would love for you to share a little bit more about how you are working with others, because you are a brilliant businesswoman who has, you have decades of experience in the business world. So please share with us, what you're doing.
Thank you, Gail. It's always such a pleasure having a conversation. There's such powerful conversations with you. We connected from the first moment we met, and so this is I just really nurture this sisterhood relationship as well. I've had many opportunities to be of service to in a number of different categories. So I've been a healthcare provider. I've been a social worker. I've been a life coach. I've been a diversity consultant. I've been a researcher. I've been a caregiver to my extended family and to my immediate family. So in playing that role of sister, mother, wife, all of those roles that I have, played and have contributed to in other people's lives. And and I totally enjoyed that. And it's interesting that you see me as a businesswoman, but I never see myself as a businesswoman, because I saw myself as being of service and providing service, not necessarily as a way of earning money, but a way of supporting others. And so at this stage in my life, I am making another shift. I am choosing to be of service to myself at this stage in my life, and to create a legacy for my family, my community, my friends, and to do that through writing. So there's all these other hats that I've worn that have been focused so much on others and being of service to others. And so I am choosing at this point in my life to be of service to me and use this space to create through writing.
I love that, Melissa. And maybe I should reframe that businesswoman that I see in you is wearing the CEO hat of your life.
Okay, yeah, that's great.
You really embraced who you are as an individual, that caregiver, maybe from all the caregiving that you received, those women that nurtured you along the way, that it just flowed through you into other people's lives. I mean, just as we're having the conversation today, the breezy palm tree, the waves crashing in behind you, the nice blue sky. I mean, you get that warmth. We feel the warmth of you. And this is a story. And I love that you are coming with the intention of creating that or leaving that legacy, those words. And it starts with honoring, those who have given to us. This is a terrific book. If you're listening to Melissa and her words you'd like to learn more about her words are warming up your heart as well, please, Melissa, please tell us where we can get a copy of your book.
So I can be reached by email.
Okay.
Which is Melissa.Rowe1@gmx.com.
Okay.
I can also be reached through LinkedIn.
Okay, and we can find her. We have her.
Yeah.
She's forever a voice of the 21st century. Also on Women Speakers Association website. You can reach her anytime there as well. So that's Melissa.Rowe, ROWE, the number 1 at GM, like Michael, X.com.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And as you pick up a book for yourself, think about those women in your life that have influenced you. And perhaps this be a nice gift to offer to them as a way of saying thank you. Write a little personal note in there and let them know how much you appreciate them. So Melissa, thanks so much. I always enjoy our conversations, and they're always so meaningful. You bring such wisdom to our time together. And with that, I'm wondering if I could ask you if you could leave us as listeners your words of wisdom that we can take away.
Okay. So the first, there's a couple. One is to listen to that silent voice. Listen to that silent voice inside. because often we ignore that silent voice. Take time to hear the message that the voice is sending us. In my case, it's that silent voice from about my honoring my mother. And so use that to honor your mother and your mothers for their courage, devotion, strength, and unconditional love, whether the love is spoken or unspoken, because in many cultures the word love is not used like it is in North America or in some other place, or as it is now. But in my growing up, and many of our growing up, the word love is not really spoken, it is demonstrated. So that's what I mean, whether it's spoken or unspoken, still honor that voice that is coming from the inside.
Well, thank you. Thank you for giving voice to your mother. I can't think of anything more beautiful in this
Thank you.
world. I'm sure she's smiling.
I hope so.
Oh, yeah. And thank you for sharing, just being so open and sharing your heart in such a big way and so publicly right around the world. And reminding us to give thanks to where we came from. It's a really important piece of the pie, I think, that we need to all reconnect with. Step off that hamster wheel and just sit in peace, maybe at the beach under that palm tree.
Oh, yes, absolutely. That's where I'm sitting right now. It was my pleasure. It was my pleasure to have this conversation. It's always a pleasure to have a conversation with you, Gail.
Yeah, always a pleasure to have a conversation with you, Melissa. So thank you. Thank you again. And to our listeners, I want to thank you for joining us today. And wherever you are in this world, we wish you a great day.